Hey, I'm Alden, and today I'm discussing friendship with your twin flame and why it's important to have a friendship with your twin flame, and just, friendship and twin flames and how it all goes together. So, why is it important? Like, why would you need to be friends with your ultimate lover, your twin flame, your um, ascension buddy, so to speak, your the one who is like your divine counterpart, the one who shares your soul blueprint, so really like the person who is totally created to be with you and already is one with you at the core. Why would you need to establish any kind of friendship for that? Why not just, start off confessing your undying love for them? Well, I mean, they're a person too, and that might be a little bit awkward, right? Like it might just be jarring, and even if you feel that way, if they said the same thing to you, you might be jarred as well. And there's a lot of different kind of like any different way that you can meet your twin flame. Like you can meet your twin flame basically anywhere. It's not super likely, of course, that you're going to meet your twin flame in certain places, or like certain places that, or even like online environments, certain online environments that give off like a really low vibe. But at the same time, like the divine always has a plan, and so everyone's journey is going to look different, and the whole revealing process of your twin flame is going to look different too. And so when you are on your journey, you're wanting a lover, you're desiring that, right? And so like that's going to lead you down this path, and it might be that you met this person that you feel is your twin flame, you feel very strongly is your twin flame, and because of that, you embark basically on your twin flame journey. But what if you have strong feelings for someone, but there was not like a very good friendship established or something like that? Or what if you feel feelings for someone, but you know this, and how do you like kind of start a friendship without like feeling, I guess, manipulative, which it's not right, like, to do that. But I think that there's kind of this feeling when it's like, well, I already know, like, kind of beyond step one here, so how do I do step one, kind of knowing this other information about like the truth of our connection. Well, I mean, you have to explore that, right? Like you're just not gonna actually know unless you explore. You might like think you know, and you might feel like you know yourself. And yeah, your twin flame is there with you, is one with you, but you're not actually going to be able to express that fully and be able to receive that fully without your twin flame, because you both coming together creates that completion upon your own completion. So yeah, I mean, you're complete unto yourself, but you also have the desire. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you've tapped into that desire, or at least you're curious about it, about being with your twin flame, or the person that you have strong feelings for, that you have a connection with, that you have a spiritual connection with. There's something there that's like that's uniquely very aligned with your own vibration, it feels, because it is, right? but there might be things that feel really out of alignment at the same time. And so this could point to basically one of two things. It could point to they're not your twin flame, or they're your twin flame and there's just something out of alignment there that needs to be healed, and that's why it doesn't feel good, because it's almost like with your twin flame, when something doesn't feel good, like there's a lot of friction or amplification of that not good thing, so that it's put in your face to heal, because that's one purpose, or really the main purpose of your twin flame, is to aid you in ascension, and you them, and so you ascend together, which is great. And but you do that from a place of, again, friendship, because what is friendship, right? I mean, it's it's a relationship. It's connecting to someone else in a place of unconditional love, without, and well, I guess I'm getting ahead of myself. I guess the thing about then getting romantically involved with someone is sometimes you have to heal through this idea that there's strings attached to that, or whatever you have to heal through that has, felt weird or bad, or just whatever around intimacy. Most people have something to heal around intimacy, if not multiple things. And so yeah, being friends with someone, with your twin flame, is really like the way to go here, because then it's a lot easier to take the baby steps, or even take the adult steps, but take a step and then another step, about sharing intimately with one another. And I mean, the difference really, aside from the whole being like one consciousness thing, which is a pretty big deal, one of the core, but aside from that, the only difference between your twin flame and someone else is generally like the romantic, that they're your romantic partner. There's like a few exceptions to this with people who have, multiple twin flames, but because like it would be your kid, or some other scenario, but that's like very rare. And then you're still one, and you have a very close love that I don't know, like that's not my experience, so it's harder for me to speak to, but I did want to like touch on it, because just like in case that thought was in your consciousness. Yeah, and like Jeff and Shalia and Grace, for instance, are multiple twin flame set. So anyway, but yeah, generally, pretty much always, your twin flame is your romantic lover, only you for them, them for you, you guys together. And so, yeah, but like, how are you gonna get to that place? It's kind of like when you pour something down a funnel, it has to go down the sides of the funnel first. And so, a friendship really helps. It makes it a lot less messy. And everything's going where it's supposed to go, and building up, that juice that you're pouring inside of the container. So yeah, it's like that, and it's fun. I mean, like you want to have a that kind of bond with your twin flame, right? Like no matter how deeply you go into harmonizing your union together and perfecting it, and the friendship will never go away, right? Like friendship is perfect. Like true friendship is really beautiful gift. And so by having that with your twin flame, and choosing to receive that and give that, and sustain that, cultivate it, you're able to have that friendship with others more easily. It's something you're practicing regularly, because you're you're practicing it with the person who you're designed to be with. So then it's easier to establish that and to maintain that with those who, vibe with you essentially in one way or another. So yeah, it's important, and it's safe to desire that too, and to recognize that rather than being overly concerned with your romantic and intimate desires to be with your twin flame, and sometimes that can really almost, borderline feel like you're trying to get something from them, or they're trying to get something from you, and then neither of you feel good about that, because that's not how it works. And it's actually, of course, like really amazing to be with your twin flame intimately, and to continue to deepen that and experience that. But yeah, again, it has to start somewhere, right? It's like you need the ingredients to bake the cake. So yeah. And I also wanted to, say like one twin flame is the divine masculine and one twin flame is the divine feminine. And if you're not sure, or if like you really desire a deeper friendship with your twin flame, or who you think your twin flame is, and even whether or not you're communicating with your twin flame, you can fully explore who you are. And even if you know that you're the divine feminine, you can completely explore being the divine masculine. You don't need to do something that feels like bad to you, but sometimes, you might have a block or a big stereotype in your consciousness, childhood trauma, something that's built up like a big hairy clog in your sink, that you think that is what your divine counterpart could be in one way or the other, because of maybe some kind of experience that you've had with the divine masculine or divine feminine. And so you can take on certain traits. I think pretty much everyone does this and then has to undo it at this point where we're at in this time on Earth. Like, you take on energy that's not really yours to take on, whether if you're divine masculine, you take on the divine feminine energy somewhat, and vice versa. And it's also being with your twin flame that helps you to heal that and helps you to align with your divine self. And to not be trying to connect. You can't really connect with a pattern, but to hold on and, and control yourself with patterns that maybe you've built up out of as a safety net, or thinking you were supposed to do everything. Thinking you're supposed to be someone that you're not, essentially, but also all these stereotypes about both exist in consciousness so heavily. They're so ingrained, and so yeah, if you really want to have radical compassion for your twin flame, you must have radical compassion for yourself, and sometimes walk to the very edge, like Shel Silverstein's poems. The book is, I think the book itself is called like Where the Sidewalk Ends, one of them, and it makes me think of that poem. And okay, I don't know why I'm getting emotional about the poem. But anyway, you have to walk to the very, very edge sometimes of your consciousness to really be able to embrace your divine counterpart. And it's safe to do that, right? Like, it's safe to explore your whole self and to like fully know who you are and to love yourself completely. And yeah, I mean, it's just a really powerful experience to be able to do that. And I don't think like a lot of people really fully consider it. And I think in both parties, the masculine and feminine have a lot of things that were probably said in childhood to teenagers to adulthood about how you're supposed to be and also what you're not supposed to do, or how men or women are, gross in a certain way, or bad in another way, or weak in another way, or pushovers. I mean, it can kind of be anything, because I mean, it's just like something that was out of alignment, probably, that you were told or that you experienced about it either way. So yeah, it's safe to really like dive into those things and to release them, because if you're holding on to these ideas, like, you're somehow projecting that onto yourself and or your twin flame. And that's not healthy, and it's not loving. And so yeah, it's not loving them to kind of put that upon them, like, oh yeah, men are just this way. I mean, I know my twin flame is perfect, and like, I know I want to be with him, but like, if you've still got like that icky thought, you're probably not actually, first of all, like accepting or accept, like, you're not actually able to just kind of say like, oh, but my twin flame is different. Just feel into that, but also then, like, so everyone else except your twin flame like fits this like terrible stereotype? No, so you do have to take responsibility for your own thoughts. I mean, and it's kind of rough, because maybe it seems easier to blame someone else because someone else did it to you. But you have all the power to love yourself there and to create your reality. And so it's actually a powerless thing to continue this blaming and not being able to forgive. And then, worst of all, actually putting that on your twin flame. Like, yep, see, he did cheat on me, just like I knew men do. Or whatever it is. I mean, like, you're just being shown something to heal it. Like, you can't do that to your twin flame. You're really just blocking your desire, because you're just saying to yourself over and over again, like, oh yeah, like, I have this desire, but I can't have it because of this or that. And the reason is his fault. And so if you're always saying, I can't have it, and the reason is his fault, just for instance, this is an example, could be the other way around. But yeah, like, it's just safe to let that one go and to do the mirror exercise. And I mean, heal it. Don't just pretend you're not upset. I mean, of course you're going to be upset if your twin flame is like sleeping with other people and you know about it. Like, it's not a good feeling. I don't think anyone actually enjoys that. And I mean, I know people say, oh, it's fine, he's with her, and like, we're all friends and stuff like that. And I mean, I would just invite you, assuming they're really your twin flame, to really look deeper at that and see how you really feel. Because if you're not really feeling your feelings, your twin flame may probably not be feeling their feelings in that place of intimacy either, or reflecting it in some other part of your consciousness that makes perfect balanced sense. But yeah, it's definitely something that you have the power to heal within yourself, for you and for your union and for your twin flame, and that should empower you. You don't want to be the victim here. You don't want to be you don't want to feel incapable of having a true friendship with your twin flame, because a true friendship with your twin flame will inevitably lead to intimacy and to harmonizing together into a relationship based in union consciousness. And so, you know, you can't even help it. Like, you will just like be magnetized to each other. But yeah, you have to get there, and one way that you have to get there is by really truly releasing any kinds of deeply seated things that are bugging you, that are in the way, that, you know, are blocks. So let the blocks just go away, and then the next step is gonna be laid in front of you, and they will go away as you love yourself in those places and you choose to heal. So yeah, that feels complete for this video, and I will put links below for the mirror exercise and also for the mind alignment process, which I'm a big fan of if you're healing trauma. And if you want to work with me, those links are below too. And definitely like, share, and leave any comments below if you have anything to say or you want to see something particular in future video. And subscribe to my channel for more videos. So take care, and I will see you later. Bye.